Audrey Cole, Maya Contreras, Emerson Anderson, all a big part of Missouri Valley's win today here at the state tournament. Audrey, we'll start with you. You get to end the season with a win. Just how does that feel?
Yeah, no, it feels amazing. You know, we've worked so hard this whole season, and so it just feels great to end on a high note.
Yesterday you pitched well against a really good Van Meter team. I know that the final score might not show it, but for you, talk about having to regroup and come back and pitch today. How hard was that?
Yeah, yesterday was a tough loss for all of us. So, we took it to heart, and we just knew that today's a new day. We had to get up and just come play a good ball game.
Worked out of a couple of big jams. What was working for you pitching-wise?
Yeah, just sticking to what I've been sticking to my whole season, which is my spins. Me and my coach have worked a ton this season with my spins and just putting those together to get this final game.
How tense was that sixth inning when they had the bases loaded, they scored two? Kind of a high-leverage situation there, and you're able to come through. What was kind of going through the mind in that moment?
Yeah, it was definitely scary, but my biggest thing is that I just have to stay calm and take my breaths, and that's exactly what I did to get out of it.
Exclamation mark comes in the seventh with the 3-run homer. Take us through that, and that had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I told myself, I'm like, it's my last at bat. Let's just hit the ball, and then just swung hard and it went. So.
Did you know it was good off the bat?
Oh yeah, I knew. I felt it.
As a hitter, what's that feeling like?
Oh, it just feels amazing. It's great.
Go over to Maya. As the senior of this group, one of the seniors in this lineup, to end it like this today, what are kind of the thoughts? Where are the emotions on that?
It feels great, just to even make it to state. Yesterday we didn't get the win, but to win the last game of my season and career just feels great.
You look back on your career as a whole, go back to when you were an 8th grader or freshman. Did you ever think that it would kind of twist and turn the way it did into a trip to Fort Dodge?
At some points, yes, some points, no. It just, throughout all of our sports at Missouri Valley, we have the highs and lows, and this year was a high, of course. So, yeah, it just is awesome.
What is this year, and maybe more specifically like this week, meant to you to have this opportunity?
It's great to just spend it with my teammates and my coaches. And I just love softball, my teammates, so much.
Emerson, you got on base a lot and were able to drive in runs throughout the day as well. Talk about that and what you were seeing at the plate.
I was kind of struggling on defense in the early innings, so I just knew I had to come back on offense and just do my job there for my team.
For you as a freshman to step in and contribute the way you have, what has that been like this year? Did you think that was something you could do this year?
I think that my teammates were so welcoming. Even last year I played some as an 8th grader, so they were so welcoming and so encouraging to me.
To experience this as a freshman, how motivating is that going into next year and maybe beyond as well?
It's great. Doing this good, this young is just amazing, and I feel like we have so much potential in the upcoming years.
What's the one thing you're going to remember the most about this team in the season?
The seniors, they just have so much energy, so they bring so much to the team, and it's going to be so hard to replace them, but I feel like we'll be able to.
All right, Coach, only 20 teams get to say their season ended with a win, and you guys are one of those. Just tell me about today and, overall just kind of the thoughts on today and the season.
Today was just kind of what this team is that they've fought in all these different situations and all these different scenarios. You look at these two seniors over the last 5 years, the amount of time and effort and the leadership they've shown. This game kind of showed that is when, we got in a close, we went down early. West Monona's tough, they battled it back, and then that group came back out in that 7th inning and kind of stamped their ticket.
5-run 4th, 6-run 7th offensively during those. What kind of caught your eye? What'd you like?
That's this team, and I'm really proud of them, is that they go to the plate with a lot of confidence, and 1 through 9 can score for us, and you saw that today, that top to bottom, they're trying to score runs, they're aggressive on the bases, and we try to put a lot of pressure on teams, and this team did a great job doing that today.
Audrey worked herself out of a couple jams, bases loaded one time, couple runners on, couple times as well. What stood out to you about her performance today?
This situation wasn't too big for her. She's practiced, she's put in a lot of time to be in these situations and in these moments, and she just works her tail off, and hard work comes back and is successful most of the time, and that's what happens. Is she just kept working. She knew she had a solid team around her to support her. The offense was here to support her, and she knew she didn't have to do it all herself, and life of a pitcher's tough, especially in this tournament.
How would you sum up the experience of the last couple days for this team?
It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's fun bringing kids out here. You know, Missouri Valley hasn't done this a lot. You know, this is the third time in our school history we've got to do this. But, you know, we brought 28, 29 kids out with us, and it was a really enjoyable moment. We're really proud of the group from top to bottom.
Got two seniors, and Emma and Maya, that have done a lot for the program. Speak to their impact.
Oh, they've done a lot for our school. They've done a lot for our community. They're really special, high-character kids. Athletically, they're phenomenal. They're going to be missed in a lot of ways. I really can't tell you all the different ways, you know, but as far as athletes, student athletes, there's not any that are any better.
For the other 7 starters and everybody else that has been a part of this program this year, how much of a motivator is this experience for next year?
Well, you know, that's what we kind of thought is, you know, anytime you have a pitcher like Audrey Cole and a catcher like Brooklyn Lang, you know, we feel like we can put some solid pieces around them. That group can be competitive for some time. And that was kind of our goal, is to bring all these kids out here, let all these kids get this experience. And so, you know, maybe next year we can come out with you know, a little bit of attitude, and we have something to work for now. There's something that all of our softball is chasing. Our community has really invested in softball, and so we're proud that these kids got to experience it. And like you said, to get a win out here is phenomenal.